2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the changeup. Paul Skenes, through 6 innings, has struck out 8 Blue Jays.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Castrovins. Today is Tuesday, August 19th, and on today's show, we're going to talk about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s splits. No, not his batting splits. Along with the brilliance of Paul Skenes, a couple huge homers from Bryce Harper, the American League power that's roaring back to life, and so much more. Give me roughly 10 minutes of your time, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about baseball today, or your money back. Let's get to it. Here's the first thing fans of a baseball team don't want to hear. You're facing Paul Skenes tonight. Here's the second thing fans of a baseball team don't want to hear. Your best player is leaving early with an injury. Toronto Blue Jays fans heard both things Monday night in the opener of a series at Pittsburgh's PNC Park. In a 5-2 win for the Pirates, Skenes had a strong start against the American League's top team, while Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was pulled in the 5th inning with left hamstring tightness. First, let's talk about Skenes, because we can never talk enough about Skenes. He's the NL Cy Young favorite because his run suppression has been among the best in baseball, even if the Pirates don't score many runs for him. But he gave up 7 hits for the first time in his career on August 7th against the Reds, then surrendered 4 runs in only 4 innings against the Brewers his last time out. So it was fair to wonder if Skenes was hitting a late season wall in his sophomore year. But despite allowing a pair of runs to the Blue Jays' ample offense in the 3rd inning, Skenes settled in for an 8 strikeout outing.
Hey, he's got to be happy with that. Struck him out with that changeup, and what a finish. 8 strikeouts for Skenes. See if the Pirates can score him a run or 2.
Skenes has made 26 starts this season. This was the 21st one of them in which he allowed 2 earned runs or fewer. As for Guerrero, he might be listed at 6 foot, 245 pounds, but the man knows how to get down, as he's shown time and again at first base, including when he made a nice pick on a Bo Bichette throw for the last out of the 3rd inning.
And it's hit up the middle to his left. Bichette has to throw across his body, and what a play by Guerrero at the other end.
But this time, that long extension irritated Vladdy's hammy and forced him out of the game in the 5th when Ty France pinch hit for him. After the game, the Blue Jays had Guerrero take an MRI as a precautionary measure, and we'll find out more about his condition today. It's an injury obviously worth keeping an eye on because Guerrero has been on a tear for first place Toronto of late, entering Monday with a .333 average and 9 homers in his previous 40 games. Heck, before he left this game, he even managed to notch an RBI off Skenes, and that's not easy to do. Here's your useless baseball factoid of the day. The record for most home runs in a season hit entirely on the road is 17, held by Goose Goslin of the 1926 Washington Nationals. The ghost of Goose can rest easy because that record is no longer in danger. Phillies shortstop Trey Turner had been nearing it with 12 home runs on the 2025 season entering Monday night, all of them coming away from Citizens Bank Park. The last player to hit that many home runs in a season without a single one coming at home was Jose Cruz for the 1984 Astros. In the series opener at CBP, there was Turner doing what he had not done all year.
And a high fly ball to deep left field, going back to Rosarena. It's gone! His first home run at Citizens Bank Park. It's his 1500th hit, and it's a 3-run bomb. And the Phillies lead it 5-0.
13 home runs on the season, and this the very first one at Citizens Bank Park.
That homer was significant not just because it was Turner's first at home this season, but also because it gave him 1,500 hits for his career. He's the 25th active player with that many career hits, and he's leading the National League in hits too. This game also featured 2 huge homers from some guy named Bryce Harper, who hit a 440-foot blast into the second deck in the 6th, and then was at it again in the 7th.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field. He did it again! Off the facing of the second deck. Second home run of the night for Bryce.
Harper became the first player in this MLB season to hit 2 home runs in a single game that were measured at least 440 feet by StatCast. Maybe just as notable in the Phillies' 12-7 victory over Seattle was who didn't homer, namely Cal Raleigh and Kyle Schwarber, owners of 2 of the top 3 homer totals in baseball this year. But they've got another shot at giving us a de facto derby tonight. Meanwhile, the Phillies announced Monday that ace Zach Wheeler had a successful procedure performed to remove a blood clot from his upper right extremity. Wheeler was placed on the IL over the weekend. The team said the next steps and any timeline for a potential return for Wheeler this season are still yet to be determined. Our thoughts go out to one of the best competitors in the game. Coming up, the Tigers have got their groove back. That's after the break. The Tigers built themselves a 14-game cushion at one point in the AL Central this season, and as it turned out, they needed it. That cushy lead got reduced down to just 5 games earlier this month as the Tigers went 8-17 in a 25-game stretch from July 9th to August 9th, and the second-place Guardians took advantage. Things seem to have calmed down now. The Tigers entered Monday night's series opener at home against the Astros, having won 6 of 8. And then Wencel Perez got the best of Spencer Arrighetti in a 10-pitch battle in the 4th inning.
Trying right field again. Smith is back. This is very fair and very gone.
That homer cracked things open at Comerica. In the 5th, 6 consecutive Tigers runners reached to put together a 4-run inning, and Jack Flaherty delivered 7 scoreless innings in a 10-0 win for a Tigers team that's roaring again. Elsewhere in MLB, the Brewers just had a 14-game winning streak snapped in Cincinnati over the weekend, and that sure didn't feel right. So they set about trying to start another one Monday against the struggling Cubs, with Freddie Peralta throwing 6 scoreless innings in a 7-0 win at Wrigley that extended the Brewers' lead on Chicago in the NL Central standings to 9. That was supposed to be the first game of a doubleheader, but rain postponed the nightcap. The 2 clubs will try again today with a split doubleheader at 1:20 and 7:05 p.m. Central Time. The Royals beat the reeling Rangers 4-3 at Kauffman Stadium. Kansas City has gone from 7 games below 500 to 3 over since the start of July. The Cardinals snapped a 5-game losing streak with an 8-3 win over the Marlins. It gets lost in the shuffle of the Orioles' lost season, but Trevor Rogers now has a 1.41 ERA through 12 starts for Baltimore after tossing 7 innings of 1-run ball against the Red Sox in a 6-3 victory at Fenway Park. Maybe that emotional sweep of San Diego over the weekend took something out of the Dodgers because they fell short in a 4-3 loss to the Rockies, winners of 4 straight. The White Sox erupted for 7 runs off Spencer Strider in a 13-9 win over the Braves. The Guardians used homers from C.J. Kayfus and Brian Rocchio to beat the D-backs 3-1. Gavin Lux went deep, and Brady Singer turned in a quality start in the Reds' 4-1 win over the Angels. Finally, the Giants staved off a late rally from the Padres in a 4-3 victory in San Diego. That's all for the morning lineup today. Coming up tonight, you don't want to miss this one. 2 first-place clubs and 2 of the top candidates for the American League Cy Young Award are meeting in Motown. It'll be reigning Cy Young winner Tarek Skubal of the Tigers opposite first-time All-Star Hunter Brown of the Astros in a duel in Detroit that begins at 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time in a national broadcast on TBS. You can also check out the MLB.tv free game of the day at 9:40 Eastern Time when the D-backs host the Guardians. Matt Monaghan will be with you tomorrow to cover all that and more. Until then, thanks for listening. Please be sure to leave us a rating and a review. Share this episode with the baseball lovers in your life, and have a great day, everyone.